Hi guys, how's it going? Hang on, seeing as I'm here, just chilling. I need that up. Oh no, where did OBS go? Slight technical difficulty. Hi guys, how you doing? I pressed the wrong button and everything disappeared. Well, see, everyone heard you last time saying that you needed first place. So, made sure it happened. That's what I'm sticking with.
You are watching a master at work.
I know. It's not easy being this skilled. How are you? Oh, you. It's taken everything in us not to sing along to this song because I belt this out in the kitchen. I love this song. Oh, fuck, bright. Right, I've just realised I'm still on the chatting screen. So I'm gonna just swap over to the live screen. Goodbye, music. I love that song. So much. I love that song. Okay, so. Oh, yeah. Went to see the old weird looking people who were like, you're still gonna die. I'm like, okay. Cool story. Looks really weird. Anyway, okay. Yay, Lloyd. Haha, saw ya.
Let us leave this place.
Happily.
Yeah. I'll turn it up a bit though. Boo! I mean, it's not my fault your timing was shit. How are you?
I can feel things getting more normal already.
Wait. That tree.
Well, isn't that interesting?
What is this?
That's the noose, brother. The one Odin hanged himself with. As part of his endless, mad quest for secrets of life and death and what have you.
What are you doing?
It's a charged object, significant to Odin. Perhaps I'll find a use for it.
I said, how are you?
Brother, what they said about the boy?
Will not happen.
Oh, I agree.
It will not happen. We will not let it.
Of course we bloody won't. The question is how? You wouldn't seriously consider killing Heimdall, would you?
I will do what I must.
Oh, is that all?
You're wrong to dissuade him, Mimir. You know Heimdall.
I grant you that he's a spiteful, vicious little shit.
And so loyal, Odin entrusted him with Gjallarhorn. If we had
Yeah,
the
so-
chance
so.
to eliminate him before
I'm not too
Ragnarok,
bad.
we shouldn't
I'm all cozy
hesitate.
comfy now. I've put
Considering
these on
his
to make sure I don't
powers
get a
of
migraine.
foresight alone, that is an if of mountainous size.
Do you need to talk about it? That was not sarcastic. Why does everything I say sound like sarcasm? I mean, I know I'm sarcastic. But like, everything? Damn. I meant that genuinely. Yeet. And I don't mean talk about it on here, because like, people. I should probably just shut up.
Even supposing we're all perfectly comfortable plotting an assassination, and I, for one, am a mite rusty at that measure, we've got no way to reach Heimdall, and no way to kill him if we did.
I have killed gods greater than him.
I don't doubt that, brother, but it's hardly my point.
Doesn't matter. And like I say, I didn't mean on here. You know, you don't need to air your dirty laundry out to everybody. Will you climb? Jeez. God damn. Ooh, honed metal.
Kratos, I see something.
Rather. What, some rocks? Why are we looking at rocks?
Up there.
Oh. Okay. That's why we're looking at rocks. You're not gonna clap. Oh. I knew that. Excuse me, lady. Which way? I'm gonna look up here first, and if it looks like this continues on, I'll go back the other way.
That's the wrong way up if you want to get out of here.
But I want to see if I missed something. Shut up. Nope, didn't miss a thing. Okie dokie. Back we go. Thank you. How has the remainder of everybody's Sunday been?
Look, I think we're missing the Norn's message here. We've all got our tendencies, and yours is to run headlong into danger to protect the ones you love.
I do not intend to change. Not about that.
Why should you? Apparently my tendency is to kill the ones I love.
Freya,
I don't need you to comfort me. Either of you.
Their accusation was cruel. None of us believe.
The truth can be a cruel thing. Anyone care to argue with that?
no. But Baldur's fate had many causes. Prophecy among them.
How do you mean, brother?
There are many tales in my homeland of those who fulfilled prophecy by attempting to avoid it. So it was when Freya tried to protect Baldur. And so it was when I accused my son of going to Asgard.
Then we agree. It'd be foolish to go after Heimdall.
No. If Heimdall must die for Atreus to live, then Heimdall must die.
How can you say that, knowing what you know?
Because if Heimdall is a threat to my son, I must act. It is my...
Your nature. Well played, Norns.
Where do I go now? Oh. I knew that. Nope, been through there. To the puppies! That was very attack-free. That's suspicious.
Kratos, tell me more of your homeland.
It was violent and cruel.
Sounds no different from these lands.
It was... war. Let us find a gateway. Return home. Consider our plans.
I knew I was going the wrong way.
Listen, brother. Before you make any hasty decisions, why don't you blow off a little steam? I'm sure there was some loose end we meant to circle back to. Give your mind a little time to process everything.
Oh, we got a lot of points, okay. But we don't really have anything to put them in. Oh. No, they're all unlocked. Discharge, burn, or damage. damage. That's pretty cool. Can we do it on all of them? No. Because that would be easy. Nope. What about her? No, what's this one? Specialized ability to her ranged attacks. Thank you for the look. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Oh, where's
Well, now it's
no,
just
that's
fun.
green
Ow! Ow! No, it's not.
That sounds really
What?
fun.
Pistol! I'm just gonna throw 9mm at him now. That's what.
I'm assuming there was a zombie in that clip, and for some reason, it just the tiniest little sound here, and it legitimately sounded like someone was just standing behind my shoulder going bleh. Hence why I looked a bit concerned over my shoulder. I was like, what the fuck is Amy doing? Nothing. She's doing nothing. Well, she might be doing something, I don't know. I'm not a keeper. Oh. Rage. He's not a very big fan of that, apparently. Hides it well, though, I think. Do you agree? I agree.
I need to find.
Suspect there's unfinished business here at the lake.
What on earth happened there? Did he ever find what he needed? Nev, we must know. Did you find it? It's either rage or jump scares with mine. Only because Twitch, every time I fucking clip you doing like sing songs for us, Twitch goes now. Not having that.
Though, I'm certainly happy to spend time somewhere other than Midgard.
I'm pretty sure there's also a clip
Your
of
choice,
when you
brother.
did the sour sweet. In fact, there should
Another
be two.
gravestone, but this one's intact.
Aye, and with a keyhole tailor-made for the hilt leaf.
I forgot what I was doing there. So this is...
Found. I was afraid of that.
Crack the gravestone alive? I have to fight something on her. I did a whoopsie. I did a fucking massive whoopsie. Because I can't remember the button. Look, we need to talk about this. Can't block that. How do I attack again? Like that. Right, so I'm gonna die this time. I couldn't remember the fucking button. We're just gonna die. And we'll come back. That was my bad. I mean, obviously. But I should have remembered the buttons. Right. Shield. I could just not fight the fucking giant thing. Oh yes, sneaky bastard. I tried to move. Oh Jesus. Okay, you're a bitch. Move! Why you not move? I tell you, move! Did you? No. I'm not starting this fight again, Jesus Christ. Legging hell. Well, I missed. Danta died. Not starting that one again yet. Nope, 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 nope. But no, I did not speak to her. We just obviously, like, share a brain. It's like we're the same person. I can't beat that. Not until I've at least got, like... I don't know, fucking cheat codes or something? Excuse me. What's it? Well, this is the thing. When you've turned around being like, find one of my size, well, it's like, have you ever heard of a body stocking? Have you ever heard of Aunt Summers? Have you ever heard of Sheen? God, Primark probably do them. And if they don't do sequence ones, I have a glue gun. I can make it happen. 100%.
Men who helped you retrieve your Valkyrie wings. Were they hidden in the place I guessed?
They were not. But yes, she did. Argued all the while I should let my anger go, but helped me just the same.
Oh. Oh, is that the door? Yes, but Syndra's here. Wait, why not?
Norns have any good news for you?
No.
You should look for them.
Maybe buying something expensive will take your mind off it?
Not only would you look
Always
fetching
enjoy to
in
work
them,
on
they make
these.
nice gifts. Right, so that can't be leveled. Whew. Excuse me.
May it strike true.
Yahoo. Hang on a minute, so what's this one? On taking damage, Kratos has luck to gain defense.
Anything you want to talk about?
Whoa, hang on, this is a fucking
Kratos?
option.
Cool. Their deaths will be painless. Ish.
Ish. I had a shield of restoration this entire time. Well, sort of restoration. God damn. That does have a few more, like, added bonuses, I will give you that. I haven't looked through any of them, have I?
Anything for Freya? What do you
Apparently
need?
not.
I'll heat up the forge. No, it's fine. I don't mind you standing around like that.
Ooh, that looks nice. Increases damage caused by extinguishing flames and vapor gas. Ooh. For God's sake, I need to stop yawning. We'll lose cooldown, but we'll increase luck. We'll lose cooldown, but we'll increase luck. And strength.
Why are you just standing?
Because I'm
Is
reading.
it because I helped Atreus? Is this meant to
How was
scare me?
Bardov after I
Well,
raided?
you should know.
Good, I wasn't able to pick it
It's
up. To
working.
be honest, I only stayed for about 5 minutes because then my phone signal went. And by the time it kicked back in, I was like wandering into the wilderness. So I can't really say. I did have him up for the entire time on my laptop though, so I at least stayed as a viewer, just not as a listener. But I'm sure it was awesome. Oh, for God's sake, will you stop yawning? I don't know what to do now. I might do that one. I know I lose a lot of cooldown, but gain everything
Huh.
else.
That might be my best piece yet today.
Waste armor. Oh, that raises me defense.
No, it's fine. I don't mind you standing around like that.
Good. I'm glad you don't mind
Good
because I'm
fit.
gonna fucking do it. Ooh, what does these button do?
Want
Special
something in
items.
particular?
Oh, please say I've got enough for one of these. Oh no! Oh no! Whew. Oh no! I'm sure I can just sell the gear I'm not using. You'd think so, but I'm not using it, so...
No, it's fine. I don't mind you standing around like that. And it's covered in blood. Thanks. Happy to lighten your load. Sure, this'll be of some use.
Where's everyone? You just volunteer. It's
Now,
a
where'd
Sunday.
you find this?
It's normally really quiet on a Sunday. It'll
Oh,
occasionally pick up around
thanks.
like 10 o'clock, roughly.
Glad to take that off your hands and wash it.
Look at you being a cheerleader. I'm happy if I just have one of you guys here.
And it's covered in blood. Thanks.
But yeah, it is a Sunday.
Happy to lighten your load. Sure, this'll be of
Hello.
some use.
You can't come up on my knee.
You okay? Or
Do you want to say hello to the
deep
people?
in thought?
She wants to say
I'll
hello
leave
to
you
the
to it.
people. Oh dear.
Now, where'd you find this?
Up here. Right, I'm out the way. Get up here. Come on. Up. Not on me. Get up.
Oh,
Right, now you can say hello
thanks.
to the people. Say, hey guys, I got a haircut. I don't look like a hobo now. I do look a bit bald though. Don't you? Yes, you look bald. Yes. Thank you. Everyone's too lazy to jump in. Bald Bella, it's a bald Bella. Ain't you? Oh, don't fucking... Like, if I hug you, will you let me on your knee? No. No, I will not. Wait, can I turn the chair now? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, you're gonna fall. Crazy animal.
You okay? Or
No, I'm not okay.
deep in thought?
No,
I'll leave
not
you
deep
to
in
it.
thought either. Have you met me? Deep in thought. Please. Who muted my microphone? Right. Can you sit nice? Yeah? You sitting nice? Really? Great. I've just realised that says anything else, it's the Lord's Day. Tis. If you that way inclined. What? Oh my goodness, stop it. Big tart.
Be safe.
Oh, I didn't get the resurrection stuff. Look at you, distracting us and
Whatever you
everything.
need.
This is also why I only have you three
Whatever
here.
you need, I'll create.
Right, resources. No, not what I wanted, sorry. It is what I wanted. But where are you going? Hold the craft. Come on, press the buttons. It's a shame I can't have one of each. I understand why I can't have one of each, because it's not very fair. But if they saw how much I die, they'd let me have one of each. What? If you're going to be a pain in the bum, you're not sitting on my knee. You either sit nice, or you're getting down. Dem's the rules, Bella. Dem's the rules.
I am, as
Right,
always,
where are we
at
going?
your service.
If anyone does get ants, you're going to get them in about a minute. Right. Nearly. Oh, you're winning. I'm not winning against the dog. It's me. I hear we both had the same idea on fabulous outfits. And hello, Sirius, how are you? May we have a shouty for the Sirius, please? I would do it, but I've just had to put my keyboard down because dog. There is a Bella on my knee. Right. Thank you. Is that what you were playing? What are these? Dun, dun, dun. Oh,
That did not just happen.
yes, did. That's what I was on yesterday. That looked like vicious. Very cool, but vicious. Ooh, that was loud.
Secret now.
Impossible to say. She's on a mission
I'm
spanning the
going the wrong
realms in
way.
search of our lost sisters. Our hope is if she can bring their incorporeal
So how are
spirits
you
to
doing,
Vanaheim,
you
we can
lovely
find a way
bunch?
to restore them to uncorrupted forms.
If you're not in the ads.
Is that a frozen lightning bolt?
My fight with Thor ended there.
That's where you landed. No wonder there's bits of Tyr's statue all over the lake.
Look, it was a misunderstanding, okay? Easily done. Mistakes were made. Words were said.
The
Thank
oarsman.
you.
Ugh,
It's
A
a
monument to
gigantic
conquerors.
oodie.
Made some lovely
Like, it
warships,
goes all the
though.
way down to my knees. So Bella's currently using it as a hammock. I'd show you, but that means stretching. Oh, can I? No. I was going to say it means stretching forward to like tilt the mic, and if I stretch forward, she's going to move, and she's just stopped moving. That's not even the hardest difficulty either. Oh, God. Alright, show off. It did look good, though. Oh, why is everything that it says I've got left to do gonna kill me? Oh, can he do it? Ooh, I can do that. Well, might be able to do that. Hit it! Motherfucker. It's a good idea. The hardest difficulty has 0 mercy. Oh, no, thank you. I mean, you've seen me playing things like... Well, I say things like that. You've seen me playing games. I need all the mercy. It's a good outfit idea. See? See? You know you want to. Oh, that thing's gonna kill me though. Will that still see us from over here if I try and hit it? No, because I'm not gonna fucking hit it. Gotta hit that goal first, nowhere near. I'm saving, don't worry. I'm just gonna gift a fuck ton of subs. Plus, you heard Scroll, we're gonna have an event. Okay, I'm too far away. Fine. Fine. For those who aren't aware of what we're talking about, Cyberbeard has agreed if he hits 100 subs, he is going to do Shaverbeard, which will be a share concert in full drag. And we have decided on a turn-back time outfit, but he won't wear the one that's basically a black Borat mankini because he's boring. So we've managed to we've managed to convince him to wear a nice lacy black sequined number. And you want to see it. You'll definitely want to see it. He has, and I quote, an arse a woman would, like, be jealous of. So there you go. That is like my promised maid stream. Well, what have you got to do for your promised maid stream? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna definitely 100% die. Woo! Oh, where? Shit the bed. Yeah, take. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I know I say that a lot, but I 100% mean it right now. Oh! Clap your hands like this. Well, I missed. Shit. So what the fuck I did there? Ooh, apart from getting absolutely smashed. Ow. Oh no! No! You big bastard. Ow. Oh no! I just got this thing!
Watch your left!
I will listen to you lovely, lovely people in a second. I think he's wet. Well, I say listen, I'll read it. Hey! I did the whole punchy thing.
Come on, Kratos, get up!
Oh. He's thick in the right places. Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Well, obviously, I fucking asked, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I said. If you don't know, I know people that will. If you're not willing to share. Fireball. Got one on. Ow. Deserve that. Yeah, got that. One down.
Nasty hit.
My God. Take that, you piece of shit.
Incoming! Above you!
Ugh. Fireball. You piece of shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Money don't jiggle jiggle.
Ah, what you doing? I mean, I appreciate you, but gosh dang it. Will you stop doing it? That must be how monsters feel on Monster Hunter when I just keep flashbanging them. Oh, fuck. No, if you want to get down, get down. Certainly not fucking stopping you. Ow.
Brother! Get up, brother!
The dog has now jumped down. Thank you for the biddies, but stop it. I have arrived. Woohoo! Hello. How's everybody doing? Right. Get up there if you want to. Hurry up. I'm not messing about. Get up. Feckin' stupid dig. I've just come off said Monster Hunter. Ooh! Did you hunt anything cool? I should get it this time because I'll actually try and pay attention. I'm not balancing a dog on my legs anymore, so it's a good start. Fireball. Oh, I didn't hit anybody? That makes me sad.
I felt that one, brother!
Oops. Oh! Oh, I can pause, I forgot. I'm falling asleep. I hope you sleep well. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you, and I will catch you tomorrow. Sleep well. We had a few. I forgot that when you play online, you need to level that up too. So we tried rushing through all of the level 1s and 2s. Killed a Rathian though. Well done. Congratulations. Oh, of course you bloody moved. Fucking hit like a bitch. No.
Good hit, brother.
That seemed painful. I finally did it. Just need to remember the buttons, that's all. No. See? See? So how are the sums doing? Are you having a good weekend? Well, did you have a good weekend and have you had a good Sunday? That was a little gateway. Can we jump off on this moment? Oh, we can. Oh no. Another one. I'm gonna die again. Oh. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. Sorry, I'm dropping shit. I'm ready for bed. Came home. Drunk rambled. So long he fell asleep. But at least he had a good night though. Right. So... Hey, how do I get up there? Thank you. I forgot about that. How has my weekend been? It's not been too bad. Plodding on. Excuse me. Right, can I... Yeah. Can I reach it? Yep. I really enjoyed D&D. That was good. And I should have some dice turning up tomorrow or the day after. 17th or the 18th, it said. I'm quite excited. They're very pretty. Now, how do I get over there? That way. Was that the thing that I was meant to... Stop it. Is that the thing I was meant to get? Yep. You were bored listening to gossip. I still have more to tell you. Get him, telt. Animal instincts. Raid a hideout. Well, that one kicked the shit out of us, so... No, was it that one that kicked the shit out of us? No, it was that kicked the shit out of us. Don't know what that is. The oarsmen. Well, it looks like we'll probably need to go around that way. You have more? You've held on to it all day? No. I mean, the memory could have been a little bit fuzzy. You never know. Oh, behave yourself. That's not what I'm trying to do. What? Oh, well, I can't reach that from here. Oh. Shh.
Mimir, look. Another Fjotalund marking.
Aye, this place must have been part of Sigrun's kingdom. A first outpost preceding further expansion.
Oh. Like I can hear something. Ah, counteract!
What now?
Oh. Now we die. That was accidental.
Left side!
Oh, fuck off. Woo. Hello, Pan, and thank you very much for the look. I appreciate you. How you doing? I chopped that guy in half.
This is a tomb.
Boom. I'm sure it comes out of the rocks, you know, and not a person. Whoop!
Run! Run!
Every time I say that, I always want to play Elden Ring again. I'm sorry. Every time.
You can't kill the goats. Oh, no, we can't kill the goats.
Ghosts didn't want to be killed. Nope, nope, nope.
Looks like there's a staircase on the other side.
Nope. Caught it from the other side. Okay. You're very welcome. I'm currently just getting my butt kicked for the most part, and I don't really know what we're up to yet, to be honest. Oh, I know it's going to be a timed one, isn't it? But I can't get to that one. Yeah, it's a timed one. There is another way around, but I can't figure out how to get her to shoot it. What are you doing? No. Nope. Big axe. It is a big axe. How's your Monday? Yeah, come on then, we'll open this thing. Hopefully. No, someone's having a fight. We should probably just... Oh.
Watch yourself.
Oh! Where the fuck did that thing come from? Oh, fuck off.
Left side, incoming!
Just let me get the health, motherfucker. Shit. Hey! I didn't even know I could do that. Woo! No, 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 no. Fuck yourself, lady. Oh.
Come on, Kratos, off your back.
I've taken a lot of drugs, not gonna lie. Okay. That's fair. Just got to settle little one to bed. I'll pop back when she's settled. Okie dokie, I appreciate you. I hope you haven't taken too many drugs. Like, be careful on the drug taking. Right. So, ow, excuse me. So this is going to be entertaining. See if I can manage this time.
Watch yourself.
Yeah. Oh, full health. Why did I do that then? Nope. Oh, come on.
You're right.
Here, sucker. No, I'm not alright. Right. Did that totally wrong. I get that. I'll get there eventually. Maybe it's a push. Right. Don't heal because you have full health. Step 1.
Watch yourself.
No, what are you doing? Thank you. Okay, that only works once.
Behind you, brother.
Ow.
Behind you.
Will you? Second. Nope. Oh, for God's sake.
Sad to see Sigrun's homeland in such a terrible state.
Well,
No, Mimir. You ought to take a tour of her kingdom.
that was a bit much.
Oh, she loved another before me. There are worse things to discover about someone you love.
Yes, there certainly are.
Where'd the dangly one go? Did they? Oh, she jumped down and I had to. Yeah, never mind. I knew that. No, 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 no. There was health around the whole time? See guys, it may take 4 or 5 attempts, but we get there. I don't know if I want to touch that yet. Give me a second.
There it is. The other staircase.
What did it move? Oh, well, I'm assuming the bolt. Oh, here we go, guys. Yeah, but this thing's in the way.
Maybe those runes can give us a bit of history about this place.
Well, 2 minutes. I think I want to do this. I'll stop pressing the wrong button. That would probably be very beneficial. Oh, yeah.
That can't be.
It is.
Oh, Mimir.
And then we open this, and I can do all the thingy
Look.
things.
The other half of the key.
I knew those key pieces would fit. Can't wait to see what lock it belongs to.
Right, then that one, then that one. Oh, chances of us hitting all 3 from this spot. Slim. Very slim. Not what I wanted. Cool. Ah, fuck, right. Okay, that's not gonna work. Neither's that. That hit! Did it work? You bitch! Right, so the sea stays down the longest. Right. C's hooked on her. Oh, you bitch. Right, so we'll go C. I know it's not a C or an R or an N. but shush. Really? Panicked. Panicked. Well, now it'll have changed. Yep. Took too long. Did I do it yet? What? How long does that thing take? Yeah, the end's back. Try it the other way then. It won't work the other way though. You are kidding. Okay. Shut the fuck up. How? It's crazy. Nope, too far. I was gonna say that better work because Jesus Christ. I'm a shit shot. It's unfair. Does that mean we've got everything here? Yeah. Oh, because I got another. Yeah. Let's see. Cooldown. Look. Oh, we don't have a lot of cooldown. So I'll consider the cooldown. Increases stun damage inflicted on Kratos' defense. Ow. Got that. Increases melee damage when he's above 75% health based on his defense. Last second dodges empowers Kratos. Next attack based on his strength. Oh, that might be cool. Didn't I just read that? Oh, because strength and... Okay. Strength and runic. Strength and luck. I'm gonna try that one. Oh, no, shot that one. Whoa. I didn't try and run in Monster Hunter style, you did. Right, so... Still something? Oh, the gate. Yeah, don't need the gate. Investigate. That one. A raider hideout. Oh, there's like 3.
King Helge massacred her family just because he couldn't have her. Only her brother, Prince Dogger, survived to kill the Mad King.
Sigrun and her brother had issues over that.
Oh, and all the time Sigrun and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
Run button.
Maybe she liked the way you saw her.
Alright, so the closest one is apparently pretty much dead ahead.
Brother, about the oracles of your lands. Did you say they manipulated events? Did they have an agenda?
I do not doubt they held their own interests first. But in my experience, they could be easily fooled by their own prophecies. But we will speak of this later.
I'm gonna get my head kicked in. I know we're kind of used to this, but definitely occurring. Whoa! Didn't think it would happen that quickly.
Find you, watch out!
Jesus.
That's going up!
That is all of them.
Didn't die. Oh. Oh no, I like my fireball. Nope, like fireball. Edit appearance? I didn't even realize they changed the way they looked. Shows how much attention I pay. Anyway. That one would be preferred. Oh, we can upgrade it ourselves. Ooh. Max level fireball. Read. Next.
They still whine.
Poor things. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
We can do this now, right? Or no? Can't remember.
We don't have the equipment for this.
That would be enough. You know what? Turn around, turn around, turn around. Ooh, I saw that. Oh, yeah. Where's the nearest doorway? Oh, well, past them and then... Fair enough.
What's that?
The Eternal Campfire. Oh, it's kind of cool.
An abandoned camp.
Whoever was here left long ago.
What did you find?
A list of provisions needed to prepare a meal.
A recipe? Who left that way out here?
Let's take a look at the ingredients. Perhaps the recipe will lead us to them.
Was it gonna be like 2 left at the fork carrots or something? Ah, so you'll have to find the ingredients and put them in the fire. Okay. I'm gonna go to the doorway.
Initials. Do they match the ones in that recipe book you found?
I imagine we might find one of those ingredients around. Ah, I knew I recognized those initials. The Ballad of Yari and Somar.
I'm not familiar.
An old tale, but a good one nonetheless. The carving marks their passage through this realm. We could always try and find the others if you're curious.
Oh, okay.
Now tell me of this power Heimdall wields. He sees the future.
More like he reads the person, sees their intention.
My intent will be to kill him. Knowing that will be no advantage.
Brother, this is no one to underestimate. Any move you make, he'll have seen it coming. If you must face him, we need something else. An edge. Humor me?
Very well. We will ask the dwarves.
Ah, the inevitable asking of the dwarves.
Excuse me, sir. Could I have a moment of your time? Oh dear, what's to be done?
What is it you want?
It has come to my attention that Nithog has been slain, and as a result, her offspring have been let loose into the 9 realms.
What of it?
Unfortunately, without a proper role model to supervise them, the little rascals are certain to fall to mischief. In time, said mischief could culminate in nothing less than their devouring of the 9 realms entirely. In order to avoid such a grisly fate, I'd like you to bring the Lindworms to me. I believe I can act as a satisfactory paternal figure in their upbringing. You'll find the specimens gnawing on tears throughout the realms. Use this device to safely store them, bring them back to me, and I promise I'll make it worth your while.
You mean to say you'd raise them by yourself?
Indeed. I have no small experience managing extreme personalities. Compared to wrestling with my emotions in the most literal of senses, I dare say raising a handful of lean worms will be a walk in the park. But putting all that aside for the moment, is there anything else?
About Nithog. You should know. We had no choice. It was Odin's doing.
Oh, I am very well aware indeed of the alleged All-Father's role in this tragedy. Sadly, there's no expecting him to clean up after himself. Not all gods showed the interest that you do in righting past wrongs. I do hope you're able to locate those lean worms. Good luck to you. Farewell for now, Master Kratos and retinue.
You're back. They're back.
Simmer down. I see them.
I have news.
Oh. Did the Norns tell you how to get Atreus back? Do we have a plan?
The Norns say Atreus will be killed by Heimdall. The plan is to kill Heimdall first.
Oh, wow. Okay, Heimdall. Let's see. Never loses, sees everything coming, unpopular at parties. This won't be easy.
Whatever his advantages, I will overwhelm him with my own.
That's the idea. You gotta overpopulate his senses, see? And I got just the thing in mind to help you do it. Sindri, go get Draupnir.
Draupnir? But we need it. Our supplies.
Oh, we got plenty. And to spare.
Even if we did, Draupnir's no weapon. Why would a... Oh. You mean we combine it with...
That's right.
And then when he... It'll go... Damn you, that's brilliant. Very well.
Can we share with the
I
class?
suppose there's nothing to do, but... Go fetch Draupnir.
No? Oh, okay. Good talk.
Draupnir? I bloody knew these two had nicked it. And Odin blamed me for it disappearing.
They stole Draupnir.
We didn't steal nothing. We just ungifted what never should have been gifted in the first place.
How will it help me kill Heimdall?
Never you mind all that. It's a fucking surprise. We're artistes.
But to even store Draupnir, you'd need...
You were saying? So now you intend to kill Heimdall. Violence cannot prevent violence, Kratos. I truly thought you understood that.
No matter what you thought I understood, my son is in danger. I will not allow harm to come to him.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, little one.
Well, we on fucking Lord of the Rings now.
Got it! I think.
I thought you didn't believe in fate. We were all worried about your son.
Enough. Heimdall's a threat.
We
not only
are
to
going to
Atreus,
have the
but
one
everyone.
ring.
He's Odin's left hand, and he carries the horn that begins Ragnarok. If we have the chance to eliminate him, we
And
should...
it's just as likely a trap because the bastard knows your intentions. Kratos, I've never seen anyone so much as lay a finger on him. Not one.
Well, I gathered what's fit for gathering.
How long will it take?
We'll have to go to Svartalfheim to get the rest of the materials. Not to mention we'll have to visit... the lady. Oh. Whew, that's a relief. Ow. Kratos? Whenever you're ready.
The lady?
No idea what he's on about, brother.
I wish you'd come with us, Tyr.
I know you mean well with that.
I'm only just realizing all the little routines I've had to adopt taking care of Dropnir. I'll miss melting rings down for crafting gold, but I suppose we have enough to see us through to Ragnarok. Too soon?
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, good for you, lady. Armor. Amulet. Ooh. We can use another. Mm. We'll craft that, because I'm sure the elves use some. Like, they were fucking hitting us with blind quite a bit, so that may be helpful. Slash forward 3 waves of light that deals damage. Oh, this is for her. Slams the ground to create an explosive poison that leaves behind a hazard. Is this for her? I don't think this is for her, actually.
The stream of anguish. The elves would kill for this. And for the Valkyrie Queen?
Do 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 do.
Something in mind?
Oh yeah, resurrection store. Resurrection store, please. If you would be so kind. Right. So we've got an ad in like 4 minutes. But I need it. Go ladies. So I'm gonna push the ad now. Leave you with some tunes, of course, because I'm not terrible. If I don't drop my mouse. And then I will return and be all like, hey guys. So scenes. I will be right back. Oh, hang on. No, I won't, because it doesn't have what I need on it. I need that one. Okay, now I'm gonna run. Right. I'll be right back, guys. Where were we? Get up. I'm not doing this every time. Get up. Thank you. Okay, so lie down, please. Lie down. Let's have it. I don't do many range, that's a problem. That was a new one I made. I know I just made one, but that could be handy. What was the one I made though? That one. Can I make another one of them? No.
And now, Freya? Need something?
No, she's fine. Thought I might be able to upgrade them. No, wrong button. Oh, I do know one thing I need to do. Can't have them going round and mismatching armor now, can we?
See you out there. Ah, time to go see the lady. I'll take it from here.
Oh, no. This whole thing were my idea. I'll speak to the lady. I never get to speak to the lady.
There are reasons for that.
Brock will go.
What? No, no, no. I have
You
to.
heard him. Quit your fretting. I ain't gonna mess nothing up. What the? No, you pimp shrimps. Think that'll keep us out? Well, think the fuck again.
I do like him.
What was all that then?
Oh, just Sindri trying to hog all the glory. Same old shit.
Not that. The gate. What's wrong with a bloody gate?
Most likely someone in Nidavellir been making a fuckery of the works. Probably on account of all that incursioning you got up to. But don't worry, you little dangling head. Old Brock came prepared. I got ways in and out from the old days. Gates said never even think to look for, on account of being stupid.
Okay.
Brock, where are we?
This here's your stop. Abandoned service tunnel, direct to the forge camp. I'll meet you up there. Go on.
Brock.
And he's gone. You sure he was the right pick for this, brother?
I trust him. He speaks plain.
And yet so colorfully.
I think he's great. Big fan. Did that go blue there? Not that I imagine there's anything to hit. Oh, that looks different. Yoink. Yep. No. Oh. Fine.
So, a tunnel for liquor and explosives. Go on the nose for dwarven culture, isn't it?
Ridiculing a culture you helped undermine. Classic.
Nope,
Oh,
nope.
All right. Might have earned that one.
Also, nope.
We may need to work together on this.
We do. I'm just stupid.
We keep cooperating, maybe someday it'll be Asgard in flames.
That is not my goal.
Doesn't mean it's not your destiny.
What are you insinuating, Highness?
Not a thing.
Poor bugger. Why would he hide in here?
He feared something in these tunnels more than he feared starving.
Hardly seems rational.
Fear seldom is.
He feared something more than starving, and we're just waltzing on through. Great. Love that for us. Hello.
Switching.
Oh, that went right in his butt. That was fun.
Nicely done. Careful, brother. That looks flammable.
Good.
Well, I can see why it's an abandoned service tunnel.
No? Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like I missed something up here. Surely I should be able to smash that one open. It's already dead. Terrible. I can't shoot that through this, can I? Oh!
Ah! A fortuitous oil spill.
Nice. When you're done. There we go. Woo! Get them! Fuck off! Yeah, slay me, bitch. Hi, Gee. How you doing?
Kratos!
Ooh. Something just fell over behind my TV.
Sindri, is that you?
Yes, I need to talk to Kratos.
What? Oh. Farming monsters. Have you found any more of the Rathian? Oh, excuse me. Farming monsters. You never know.
Please listen. You have to let me take Brock's place. He can't talk to the lady. He mustn't.
No. Do not ask again.
But... Oh dear.
Why mustn't he talk to the lady? Be nice to Sindri. Oh. Now look what you did. So are you farming them for... Oh. Yeah, it did the escort mission. Ran to a Baroth and a Diablos, I think. Yeah. Are you farming them for the armor or for a weapon?
It's not his fault Atreus ran off, you know. Or are you just being Brock's champion?
There it is again. You're insinuating and you know it.
Can't the smartest man alive put it together? The Giants conceal a mysterious figure who changes the fate of Ragnarok, and you're oblivious to the only rational candidate. The one who's fought wars against gods and won.
I am not their champion.
Well, we're each entitled to our opinion.
I might go on this. I hate that after this. No. Oh, see, you missed it. You were too silly.
Look, over there.
Ooh. I deserve that. I deserve that. Have you had a good Sunday? If you're still there. Oh, that's a heavy attack. I like that one. That one's better than the one we have. I like it. Right, so we've got everything in here now. Oh, I knew that.
These gates seem to be connected. See if you can break that far fixture.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down!
Hi,
Sigil
everybody.
arrows should work with ice as well.
How you doing? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Do, 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 do. The Maxwell raid. Oh, it worked before. How was Demon Souls? Demon's Souls, sorry. Excuse me. How'd it go? What'd you get up to? I don't know if we're going to stream the full 3 hours today. The stream was fun, got my ass kicked a bit. I mean, it's a Souls game. I expect you to get your ass kicked a bit. I feel like it comes with the territory, really. No, well, that definitely has to go there then. Stop pressing the wrong button. I'm pressing the wrong button quite a lot. How's Kratos doing? He'd be doing better if it wasn't me. Oh. I gotcha. Oh.
It's open.
I gotcha. Uh-oh. Jesus! That's doing nothing, lady. Woo!
Nasty hit! You alright?
I know it was a nasty hit. I took it. Ooh! You wee bitch. Whoa! Did you see that? Fireball. Woo! Woo! You stop doing that? Jeez.
Well, that was a bloody heartier sort of grim. These won't be easy tunnels for the dwarves to take back.
Damn.
We'll need to get one of those
That's
gates
how
open.
Kratos has been. Jesus.
Ah, we've seen these troughs before, haven't we, brother?
Need food. No problemo. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. We have. Right, okay. Right, water's going there.
I'll wager we can redirect the water to get that wheel turning.
Freeze there?
That worked. Shall we?
What's that way, though? How do I open that way? I'm assuming I've actually got to open that way from, like, the other side.
that the reason you propose this alliance? You expect me to lead your armies at Ragnarok. That is Tyr's job, not mine.
It's plain to see Tyr's no war god anymore.
Nor am I. I have left that life behind.
Not killing gods, you haven't. Or else what are we doing in this realm? Forging this weapon? Your choice. You know where it might lead.
I am only protecting
I know. I know. And we both know the places protecting your child can take you.
Well, hopefully, respectfully, we're more successful than you were. Just saying. How the fudge? Oh. Nope, can't reach. Too far. Nope. How do I do that one? Well, that's too far back, so I'll have to look. Yeah! Where's the other one? Oh. I knew that. Thank you! Smash. I'm just looking for health. Whoa, get out of the poison. Oh, just jump right into the poison. That worked too. Love that. Health. No? Okay, fine. Nope, wrong button. Ooh, right. Still no way of turning that round yet. Okay. Came from that way.
Switching arrows!
Yeah! Ooh, get out of that.
giant, isn't that right?
She was one of the Jotnar.
Yes. I didn't mean she was tall and tall. I know not all giants are giants.
Not that there's anything wrong with the disparity in size. Or number of limbs, say.
Nothing in the world.
Where are they going with that? I feel like God of War's just had a we listen and we do not judge moment. Yeet. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit. Woohoo! Oh, hey.
There. Now we can open the other gate.
Why is it you ask?
I was just thinking of how Odin antagonized the giants for generations. Nearly wiped them out of existence twice.
That's because the run button
Now you may have a role to play
on
in
Monster
stopping
Hunter
him once and
is
for all.
R1.
Don't you think it's possible that's what your wife would have wanted?
Do not presume to know what she wanted.
I'm not saying anything you haven't thought. Her secrets haunt every step of your path, wasn't it? Maybe if you talked about your doubts,
I thought
they
that
wouldn't
might
explode
clear the
when
way.
you talk to your son.
I do not doubt. She knows what I left behind. She would never have asked that of me.
Why would she need to ask? She saw your fate. 3 of Odin's kin dead because of the path she put you on. You don't think she knew exactly what it meant, sending you to Jotunheim?
This is mere conjecture, and probably quite enough of it, Highness. We're all making an effort to cooperate here, after all.
You're right. It's not for me to say.
All right.
Blah, blah, blah,
Let's
blah,
get
blah,
that
blah,
wheel
blah.
turning.
Oh.
Let me know if I can help with that.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we try a sigil arrow on the upper trough?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should help it stay frozen.
That's a start. Just out of place.
Nope. Upper trough. Hello. Well, if it's meant to go over to that wheel, surely it's meant to go along here. Why it not going along here? What am I fucking up? How you doing? What did you have? What have you had for food? Aha.
Ah, teamwork.
I was putting everything in the wrong place. Fabulous.
Oh, bugger. There's two of them. And they're angry.
Looking even better. That's fireball. Swing.
Incoming left side!
Look, I get that he was your friend, okay? I get it. You're a bit mad.
My God!
Quite mad.
Okay, it's happening.
Oh my
Everybody stay
goodness.
calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Hi.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Hi, everybody. Give me 1 second.
Money does jiggle jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle.
Well, that was just
Well,
naughty.
ready for some fresh air after.
Hello. Hang on. How's everybody doing? How was your stream? Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Panda Pop. I normally do RPGs. I think predominantly we do RPGs, to be honest. Currently doing our God of War Sunday in our cozy gear because it's Sunday. Digging the Udi, thank you. It's lovely. Shit myself, I expect nothing less. So how's everybody been? That sentence was going to be horrific. How are you all? And thank you, Sledge, for the bitties. Stop it. Why did I just shout myself out? Please ignore that. Go the fuck away. I'm trying to make you go the fuck away. I accidentally shouted at myself. Yeah, shut up. It's because I just put the P8 in and then pressed enter. It worked! Oh my goodness! Oh no, it's Terry's funeral.
I think the music really adds something to it.
Oh no! It's the funeral. Oh, is that Ralph? I thought it was Terry. How many hats have you killed? Good God. Did you just compare me to Obama as well? I love it. You killed Ralph, Stag killed the other one. Oh. I thought you were going to be like some kind of serial hat murderer there. I wouldn't tell anyone, I swear. Don't worry. You saved Polly. Good job, Dark Wolfie. Yeah. But thank you all for coming in. Thank you for the raid. My goodness. I was going to raid you. So, yeah, we're currently on God of War. I am absolutely horrendous. Thank you. I'm absolutely horrendous at it. Please do not expect anything decent. Let's go. Cozy vibes. 100% cozy vibes. It is Sunday. Sunday means you should not be leaving the house and you should be in your pajamas and you should be cozy as fuck. And the blue light granny glasses because I'm old and I get migraines. That mug better get there in one piece. I'm sure it will. And it will be my streaming mug. Because it's adorable. Sad Sunday because tomorrow is Morons at Work Monday. Yeah. Ooh, look at all those red things. Wow. I like it. And welcome in, princess. Gee's gift for Happy Singles Awareness Day. Thanks. If you drink milk in your new mug, it will look like a panda. In my new mug, I have another new mug. I have a stammer. I thought Essex got the mug. I am confused.
Everyone?
Would if it looked like a panda, that'd be amazing.
It is close. I can feel it.
Nope. Nick got the mug, actually. I knew someone got it, that wasn't me. There were. And I was not expecting to win any of them, let alone 2 in a row. Okay, so we are currently doing something and hunting for something. Pro streaming. Oh, I don't like them. They mean I'm gonna die. Because I'm pro streaming. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're gonna die. Never mind, I lied. Moving on. Make me look stupid in front of my face. Yes, I smash everything. So what game was it that you were playing? The mortuary assistant.
I wasn't trying to provoke you or cast doubt on your marriage. It just seems to me your thoughts haven't caught up to your instincts yet. And I know something about that.
I want to watch you. It'll calm me to hear you. Oh dear. What's the matter? Find my voice calming. Gosh golly. With a heart rate monitor. Did you break it? You do jump an awful lot, so I imagine, like, you know. Oh, man, that's not... That is not good. We hit a high of 114. Oh! That's impressive and concerning.
When we get out of here, I'll give you some space. Let you think carefully about whether you're ready for what it means to make this weapon, and to use it.
I don't even know what weapon we're using. Do you know, if you think about it, I am a terrible game player. It's like, oh, cutscene skip. What are you doing, dinner?
Meanwhile, I'll see what else I can learn while we're here. Maybe I'll send a few Einherjar back to Valhalla for good measure.
Well, you have fun now.
Hey, you made it. About time. I got everything all set here. Now
I
we
love
just
that little
gotta
dude.
push on up to the fort.
Folky!
Don't worry, I know. But... Oh, but bye then. Jeez. What's up here?
As long as you know that ain't the way to the forge.
Yeah, I know it ain't the way to the forge. One of my kids had an accident because I let the mum deal with it and not cause more harm by getting in the way. I'm a bad dad. Had other requests given to me about my state of life. Oh! Okay. Jeez.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but could we just come back to this one?
Is the little one okay? You never backed down, you never gave up. And I know that once you get a feel for the game mechanics, He'll be dominating those demons. Fuck yeah, he will. I know this is going to sound really random. Has anyone ever seen Galaxy Quest? Because all I could think when you were never back down and never gave up, even though they're completely different words, is never give up, never surrender. If Papa Bear did not warn anyone that's coming in now and has never witnessed me before, I'm fucking weird. So, consider that your warning.
Sure did go to pains coming here, busting old
He's getting a scan in his arm, look, ain't he? Oh,
what
bless
a prize he turned out to be, huh?
Saying a lot without... Yeah, I get it.
Time to steal my kitchen.
I'll hope it's nothing too serious. I mean, plus side about kids, they've got that green bone thing going on, so breaking's reasonably trickier. It's not obviously impossible, but trickier. So we can hope everything is okay.
Yeah.
That little dude left all that... Whoa. You're lucky if I can jump a puddle and he's over here like... Jesus.
Waiting on you, Clatterfart. Whenever you want to die, I'm right here. Better take out that net or it'll be Eyeball City out here.
Wait. There was one just there, right? I felt like it when it was safe to be near. It feels like a chip or a muscle bruising, nothing broken. Oh, that's alright then. I mean, obviously it's not alright that they're injured, but it's good that it's not potentially going to be something like really bad.
These mutts? No wonder they shut the door.
Oh no, I don't want to kill the puppies.
Gosh
darn it. Well, if we didn't angle the camera stupidly, that would not have happened. Just saying. Oh yeah. Weird is life. Weird is life. I like it. Being trained in that kind of thing, I can tell by a feel that is fair and a handy skill.
Hang on. Almost got it. There. Well, come on in, stranger.
Never do get used to that trick.
Locals up ahead. Act civilized and hopefully nobody springs an alarm. No, quit your nattering, you snake-sucking mommy milksops with your protective gear. Ain't you never seen a legend in the flesh before?
And that's acting civilized?
Well, that ain't no good.
Jesus.
You see what's wrong?
Watching you instead of playing COD blowing people's heads off. Well, I appreciate that, thank you.
We gotta figure a way up there and clear them all.
That didn't move, did it?
Fire in the hole!
Whoop-a-doo. Ta-da! Better of two evils. That is fair. That is fair.
Okay, looks like that wheel up there opens the gate. Not that we can
I
reach
don't
it.
think he can do anything with this. Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong thing.
No grappling up that way. Why don't you look around and see if there's a way to lift this lift?
Yes, boss. Jump. Thank you very much. Haha.
Now we're talking. Hang on, coming around.
Brother, did you notice the dwarves of the camp were twice as alarmed to see Brock than they were to see you?
They didn't seem surprised.
All right. Now I can turn this crank and cap that geyser. You just give me the signal when you're ready.
Now.
Ready?
On it. He assists. We gotta have a full stop at once, see?
Oh.
Hey, I got
Okay,
the
can't go
crank
that
covered.
way.
You do the other stuff.
Oh, I didn't say that. I knew that.
Ah, promising.
Turn it.
Copy that.
Did I miss something?
Turn it again.
Aye, aye.
I was totally meant to climb on top of that, wasn't I? Or was I? No. Well, I'm missing something. What am I missing? I don't think I can shoot that. I know I'm going to be missing something completely obvious. Because I do every time.
Once more.
Aye, aye.
I'm playing COD. Nice. Okay, so water goes up. I wonder if that's what I've got to do then. Freeze that water. Or maybe freeze that water.
There you go. Right on the money.
Again.
I think that might be what I was meant to do.
Gates open. Come on
Yep.
through and get those cables.
Told you it'd be obvious.
Well, I think they seen us.
Who?
Incoming!
Oh.
Above you!
Come here!
I mean, that was a bit excessive.
Hope you like it
Oh.
loud. Take that nest out so the thing can move. That's why we're up here, remember?
Well,
you're gonna look dandy in the red
deal with
splotch
them,
on
then.
this here hammer. Finally! Now we can ride on up to the forge. Come on! The lady's waiting. Hey! Got another riddle.
Fuck him up, Panda. I'll try.
What gets bigger, the more you take away from it?
Well, let's see. Something abstract, I expect. Appetite? No, that doesn't work.
Stump the stump.
Oh, isn't that clever? Bam pot.
Yeah.
Ooh, there was a down there bit. Ooh, hang on a minute. Oh, okay. Don't mind if I do. Oh, wrong way. Yeet. Yeet. I can't remember where I'm meant to go. This way? Yes. Come on, little blue dude.
Ooh, that's brisk. Think I'll grab some for the lady.
Grab some what? The wind?
No, you idiot. The sound of the wind. How? Watch and learn. See? Dwarven magic's all about the intangibles. The relationship between the stuff what you can touch and what you can't. It's about understanding.
Understanding what?
The nature of a thing's more important than the form of a thing.
I think the reason I like him so much is because he reminds us of Bobby from Supernatural.
Hang on. I smell trouble.
Bobby.
You don't got what it
I mean, that'll fucking do it. Oh, no, no, blue dude. Don't kill.
Lady, then.
The Lady of the Forge. Ain't no more magical creature in this whole realm. Why, I've been waiting for my chance to meet her since I was knee-high to a Noken. But Sindri'd never have it. Said I was too uncouth. But today's finally the day. Woo! I got goosebumps on my bunions.
Barbara.
Now, why would he have
never
thought
seen
he
you
was so
so
uncouth?
Reverend. Are you nervous?
What? Shut up. No, fuck you.
I wonder if that's where we learn these things. Come on, then.
Go on, Pasty. Turn the crank. Let's do this.
It does not work.
Huh? What is it this time? Out of the way. Let me look. Oh, fuck no. Do I gotta fix everything in this dang city my own self? I'm gonna need a couple of things. Follow me. Yeesh, if this place ain't in some disrepair. It's disrespectful, I tell you. I need that axe of ours to go kiss that material out yonder.
Aha,
The spiky
yeah.
silvery stuff. You'll figure it out.
This lady, what does she do?
Well, we'll
Ooh,
both
sorry.
see soon enough, won't we? I know this, though. If we're real lucky, she'll give us her blessing. Doesn't give them to every piece, but the ones she does, there's something to behold.
The axe?
Well, that particular process was a whole nother cluster hump. Maybe sometime I'll spin you that tale.
Oh, gee, thanks. Am I meant to be doing something or just waiting for him to finish hammering that? Nope. There's going to be an ad starting in about 1 minute. Just so you know. Well, Jesus. I mean, that one is handy. That one does burn, though. I'll leave it for now. "20 seconds till the ads." Thanks for the warning. You are very welcome. I won't go any further with the story while the ads are on as well, because I don't like people missing out. So we will await your return, for the ads are about to start in the next 10 seconds or so. I think I'm meant to be running around looking for something, you know. Nope, wrong button again. Repair the switch. Yeah. More repairs needed in order... Ah, I got that. See you soon. What do I need to repair the switch, though? Because he's saying something about hitting this. I can't do that yet. Any ideas? Nope. Nope. I legitimately don't know if I'm just meant to wait for him to do something or not. Because he just said he needed us to get some... Oh, you shit. Pointy rocks. Oh, wait. Pointy rocks. How the feck? Oh. Really? This entire time. Ay, ay, ay. Yay! Welcome back. Thank you for sticking through the ads. I appreciate that. So we have a bit of metal rock. That is what I was meant to be getting. Something off here. We literally just walked up to it and grabbed it. Oh. That was my shield. Right, now we'll continue on.
Faye's the only one who ever got my highbrow sense of humor. Damn fine woman she was. Apart from her taste in men, of course. Now I need a chunk of that bronze material over by all that busted up wood. Back in those days, I'd get so caught up in trying to be the best, that I'd work till I plumb dropped. Time goes by and there's less to prove. You learn to keep your own pace. Save your extra effort for when it's personal. Like for when you finally get to show the lady who you are. Wow, Cody,
Have you had a good Sunday?
On that riddle in a hurry.
I give up nothing. Gets bigger the more you take away, is it?
That's right.
Sorted. It's desire.
Nope.
What do you mean, nope? Desire only grows when you take away the thing you desire. All right, it's not perfect, but let's hear your answer.
Oh, you won't get it out of me that easy. All right, let's get back to business. One more crank to turn and it's on to the forge.
Do any of you lovely buggers know what the answer may be? I've got an idea.
But we're going to nature.
I was almost following him for a moment there.
You've had a lovely Sunday. Good, I'm glad you've
We're
had...
good. Crank it.
Mine's been nice and relaxed. I can't complain. Cannot complain. Oh, okay. Well, like...
Where's
at the bottom of a beautiful briny sea.
Here she comes.
Does it begin with a H? Mine does. Oh, wow. Look at her. She looks awesome.
She needs the final ingredient. The blood of a god. Give her your hand.
Well, I like how they leave that until last minute. Nice. One ring.
Freighter, almost forgot. Ma'am, it would be an honor if you might bless it for us. Are you, hello? Hello? The fuck was that? She acts like I weren't even here.
Mermaids don't speak to our corporeal bodies. They speak to a part of our soul.
Oh dear.
A part specifically you might be missing.
Oh no.
Fuck! Damn it, Sindri, you lying cat scrubber! I knew it. I died. I fucking died! The fuck you want?
It needs a blessing.
Yeah, well, the one to give us the blessing just fucked off into the tomb.
It needs the blessing of a great blacksmith.
What? No, I can't bless shit. I don't have all my soul bits. The blessing wouldn't mean squat.
It is the nature of a thing that matters, not its form.
Oh my gosh, it's like when he goes, "You bow to no one." In Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
May this weapon strike true. May it be wielded with wisdom. May it be put down when its job is done.
Well, that killed the moment. He went hocked third on my spear.
Let us return home.
You know what I mean? Stop it. Oh, look. Friends.
Now you know I can't let you take our new gal home without giving her a tour.
No.
Look, we got volunteers.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is a brilliant remote.
Think maybe you want to try out that new spear or
A minute. Pointy end goes in beast. Yeah.
That's the stuff. Ain't your first time with the spear, I reckon.
It is the first weapon a Spartan learned.
Well, hell! Ain't this just like old times here?
You put it more forebodingly myself.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oopa.
That groom's trying to perch on high.
So do something about them. Yep, I've got to say the spear is kind of fun. Oh, wrong person. My bad. Shut up. This is so cool. Excuse me, I was having a moment. Well, I'm used to my ranged weapon. This is pretty cool.
It will serve.
Hey, I pressed block. Cheek bugger. Oh, bye. Oh, missed. So I'm not perfect, but that was fun.
Let's see if she can help us get out of here, too.
Ooh.
Up there, see
So does that
weak
mean...
spot? Jam one in right there. That's it. Now do the thing.
I did do the thing. Oh, no, I didn't.
There you go.
I pressed the wrong button. Shh. You saw nothing.
Yep. Guess we're doing this one boy style. Listen, I appreciate what you said back there. It's good to have friends when you
I've only
find out
just
your
this
brother's
second
a
noticed he was on my
backstabbing
back.
liar.
No doubt he only wished to protect you.
Weren't his call to make. Guy dies, he's got the right to know about it.
I was like waiting for him to just appear behind us on the rock.
Sometime. Many of us more than once.
No, never mind all that. We gotta finish putting the spirit through her paces. Come on. Might have to get creative up ahead.
But putting the spear through the paces means I'm getting put through my paces, and not very good.
Oh, lick my spigot! There's eyeball nests all over. Get your throwing arm in here.
Oh, woo! Haha.
That comes natural and broth.
Good there! Get the dang nest!
Will you give me a... I just chopped off his head. Where's the nest? Where's the nest? I would get the nest if I... Oh!
City out here.
Like Atreus used to do. Yeah. I was just a bit confused because I was like,
Stop pumpering around and smash that thing before more things
where is
come
it?
out.
Genuinely for some reason thought he was like atop my head. Oh, atop my head, behind us. Nope. Have I destroyed that now? Yeah, okay. Checking.
Setting off the spear in anything like that's a sure way to alter your circumstances on the right quick.
Ah.
See? You're a natural.
Oh, no, I'm not, sir. Not at all. I just can't believe I didn't realise he was on me back until that very second after we'd climbed up off the wall. I'm like, where is he? Right there.
Any more guesses, belt boy?
Oh, all right. Gets bigger the more you take away. Is it time? Because the more removed from events you become, the larger their scope in your memory. No. That's bollocks now that I say it. Never mind.
Yep.
Today's all right.
It's a little bit bollocksy. I do say so myself. Being someone that talks utter bollocks. Most of the time.
Them eyeballs are taking over this realm. We better beat them out. Show me what you got.
Ooh. Come and see what this does. Oh, yeah. Thought you got me. Right, where's the thing? Yeah. Take it. Jesus.
Well, that was creepy.
Right? Where'd you go?
Ready for your next lesson? Take note of that there whatchamahoo. Get a decent angle and fling a spear into it head on.
Shut up. That's brilliant. I love this thing. Oh no. Not gonna love this thing for long.
Now, it's all about the proper angle with those puppies. You want it straight on.
Oh. Why didn't you say so?
Good! Guess you get extra credit.
And you gonna be nice? Nope. Nope, you're not.
Kills us. Put it in the trap.
I only jumped a little bit.
Great!
Just a little bit.
You got him!
Oh, hello there.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you or anything.
You did not.
Right, you can bring that back to Ratatoskr whenever you're ready.
I love those scrolls. Ooh. Spear attacks against burned or frosted enemies do bonus damage. Yes. Yes. Alright, and now we go back down. Yep, back down. Oh. Okay. I see you. Don't know how to get to you, but I see you. Why give me the option then? Oh, I see that. Okay. I knew that.
Ah, that's
Honest.
blocked.
Yeah, but I can't get an angle, can I? It's all about the angle. Nope. It's gonna be a simple fix again. And I'm gonna be like... stupid. Oh, see?
Yep. Bit late for that.
Got one last favor to ask of the both of you, and we can call us square. What happened down there in the forge with the lady? That's my story to tell, all right?
Agreed.
Oh, very well.
These
Oh.
ugly bugs. Maybe those Grimm will take him down.
Maybe not.
Nope.
Woo! Yeah, get him.
Brother, that Grimm's found a perch on high.
Oh, 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 oh.
I always knew it. Crazy. Yeah, fuck off.
Go away, go away. Mind your business. Turn around, turn around. Keep turning. Oh no.
Impressive.
My word. It's unnecessary is what bloody well is. Ooh! I'm gonna die.
Over here!
Find you, brother.
Fuck off. That's funny. That legit looked like a nut shot, not gonna lie.
Coward! Woo, boy! That's probably enough heart pumping for me today. You pick up the loot. I'll set up shop over yonder.
I already picked most of it up. Ooh! Lunge. And we can upgrade. Only once. Nice. Oh. I knew that. Well, we're hitting the 3-hour marker, so that means we will save here with our new shiny spear.
I see a shorter path.
Aye. Shall we let Brock improve your gear before we go?
Well, that was kind of cool. So yes, we will save here and we will
Thank
find
you,
someone to
Brock.
raid.
It is a good spear.
Damn straight it is.
It was pretty nifty, like. Oh, we can make another amulet. Oh, we can make another socket. Okay. 7 of 9. Nope. Upgradable. Not upgradable. Oh my gosh, I still have a resurrection stone. Shut up. Thank you. I hope to see you too. Do you stream? I didn't even think to ask. I apologize. I'll give it a save and then we'll hop over to the... You do not. That is fair. I should have asked though, just in case. Right. We have saved. That's a cool picture. We'll hop over to the chatty. And we will find someone to read. Thank you everyone who's still here and stuck around. I appreciate that you've given me some of your Sunday. Because I know Sunday is a chill day. That's not a dig at anyone that popped in and then left. Because I understand that too. Sunday is a chill day. Oh, ow. That hurt. So, let's have a think. We'll have a... Don't know who will be available to raid. So we shall see. Bye for now. I will no doubt see you in other stream chats. And then we will be back. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that follow. Thank you. We will be back on Thursday. And Thursday and Friday we'll play Monster Hunter. Because I got the Monster Hunter bug again. It's just, yes. Saturday is kind of a pick and mix. If I can't decide what to play or if we can't find someone else to like double up a game with, I normally go and fall back on Monster Hunter, I'm not gonna lie. May I suggest? Oh, yes, you may suggest. If anyone has a raid suggestion, by all means. I sold my soul. Because it's meant to be social Saturdays. Full Metal Vanity. Oh. She's on and very hyper. Fair. Give me 2 seconds then and I will move that down there. Okay, where's the... there it is. I'm in peril. Oh, they're playing Persona 3. Ooh. Nerd. I am a nerd. Nerd and proud.
Hold on, hold on. Normal face. And you go, Alan Wake 2, Alan Wake 2, Alan Wake 2. And it's like, how dare you? Don't you come at me with fucking Alan Wake 2.
I beat it.
Get fucked. That game and its combat system is the worst I've ever had to deal with.
Oh, she has the cutest little fox thing as well. That's so cute. Hi, Bearded. How you doing? You've caught us just as we're about to go and raid. I am a weeb. We know you are, dear. It's fine. So there is the raid subscriber, and there is the raid follower. Ouch. It helps if I press the raid button. I've been here for a while, just forgot to say hi. That is fair. Completely fair. So, you lovely, lovely bunch of people. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you very, 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 very much. And I will hopefully see you all on Thursday when we play Monster Hunter. And I will hopefully have my new cup. But until then, thank you very much. Thank you and good night. And all that jazz. Bye.